New overnight, a man in custody after shooting at several people on a balcony, at the Sienna Suites on Boulder Highway. Fortunately, nobody was hit. Police say that they were at the property for an unrelated call when they heard the gunshots. Police tried to stop the suspect, but he did run away. After a short pursuit, police were able to arrest him.
A strip mall in East Las Vegas goes up in flames. This morning, fire crews are now trying to figure out what caused the fire.
13 Action News reporter Alicia Patillo is live where it all started. And Alicia, do we know what caused it?
Beth and Dana, right now, as of this hour, we do not know what caused the fire. Now, I've been walking around this complex, so most of the businesses seem to be okay, but the people that we spoke to yesterday say that they believe that the fire started around this area. Our crew actually spoke to an employee at one of the businesses moments after the fire began.
It wasn't normal because it had a really strong odor. Yeah, and it was kind of scary, actually.
A terrifying scene for everyone inside this strip mall near Tropicana and Pecos late Monday night. Christina Rangel was helping customers inside Tacos y Tacos when they started to notice thick black smoke filling the restaurant. And moments later,
then all of a sudden our power went out.
Rangel started looking for flames, but couldn't find any. And when everyone evacuated, they saw fire trucks racing towards the strip mall.
Everybody started showing up, like from every direction, every driveway they were coming in.
Crews immediately went to work, doing everything they could to keep the building safe.
They got on top of the ladder and they were with the chainsaw and they were cutting through the roof and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty intense.
Again, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, and as of right now, there were no reported injuries. Reporting live near Tropicana and Pecos, Alicia Patillo, 13 Action News.
Alicia, thank you. A California woman is demanding accountability after she says an unknown man walked in on her while she was naked in a hotel room at Buffalo Bills. Rebecca Johnson says she stopped for the night at Prim on her way from Colorado to her home in California. She says the faucet in her shower was malfunctioning, so the hotel transferred her to a new room. That's when she says another guest who had a key to that room walked in on her.
Sitting there, naked, black hair dye, towel just right here, and I hear somebody open the door. I can't believe that you give my room key to some stranger who you don't even know who it is. Could have been a murderer, could have been a rapist, who knows?
Well, a Prim Valley Casino Resort spokesperson said the company has no comment. A hotel security expert we spoke to says the incident may have happened when the hotel room switch was not reflected in the property management system, and the room Rebecca was transferred to was given to another guest for check-in. The hotel offered Rebecca a refund, and they gave her a $1,000 payment.
Well, this morning, an update on the over 40 puppies removed from a valley home near Nellis and Charleston. The Animal Foundation says that they have transferred 38 puppies and one adult dog for specialty care. Those dogs may have been exposed to canine parvovirus. Police were first called out to the home on Friday for an unrelated call. When they noticed all the pups, neighbors couldn't believe how many dogs were found inside.
I was pretty surprised. I was really surprised. I was like, whoa. I didn't know they had that many dogs.
Well, unfortunately, 4 puppies had to be euthanized. Metro is investigating. Well, a major investment in improving the lives of homeless youth in southern Nevada.
Right. AT&T is launching the Believe Las Vegas initiative. The company is spending more than $200,000 to help youth homeless outreach programs. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, in 2018, Nevada had the highest rate of unsheltered homeless youth in the country.
And it just made sense for us to get involved and have that social responsibility to change the lives of the folks that we serve in this community.
Well, thank you, AT&T. The company is donating an initial $281,000 to local nonprofits. Most of it will go to help of Southern Nevada to open a new wing of their homeless youth center. Just over $37,000 will go to Legal Aid of Southern Nevada, and $30,000 will go to the Las Vegas Courtyard Homeless Resource Center. NDOT is teaming up with the Paragon Group to help women and minority businesses land construction jobs.
Today, they're holding an event for those disadvantaged business enterprises to help them connect with contractors. The goal is to help them compete against larger corporations.
We call it speed dating for business. value and services that they offer to the prime contractors. And then that way, when those prime contractors are ready to sit down and, hey, we need these types of services, they'll already kind of have some of those relationships already established.
Well, you can get certified to be a DBE vendor through NDOT. The DBE Connection Day is from 8 to 10:30 today at the Department of Business and Industry.
If you're looking for a job, you're going to want to head over to Palace Station this morning. 15 companies will be at the Las Vegas Career Fair there. It will go on from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Be sure to bring a resume and dress to impress. The 4th of July is just over a week away.
I can't believe it. Well, here are some options if you want to make plans already. You can watch the fireworks from the pool deck at the M Resort. The show starts at 9 p.m. The M is right near Las Vegas Boulevard and St. Rose Parkway, so it's an incredible view. And to start your Independence Day in the morning, Summerlin hosting its 25th annual 4th of July parade. It's the largest one in Southern Nevada with more than 2,500 people taking part. It begins at the corner of Hill Point and Hill Center Drive at 9 a.m.
Listen, if you haven't checked it out, it's a really great parade, and we have a list of other 4th of July celebrations in the Valley at ktnv.com.
Well, you now have a chance to see the T-Mobile Arena like you've never seen it before. This is really cool.
Yeah, for 5 days this summer, behind-the-scenes tours will be available. The tours are 1 hour long. 4 tours will be available in July and 1 more in August. Tickets start at $25. They're on sale right now. You can purchase them online. But it'd be kind of fun to poke around when it's empty and just, see behind the scenes.
And William Carlson going to be seeing a lot more of the T-Mobile Arena. The Vegas Golden Knights player signed an 8-year contract extension. A lot of people excited about this one. Carlson will be with the team through the 2026 to 27 season, and a lot of folks happy. Wild Bill's here to stay.
His hair.
I know, it's great.
I love the hair. I love the hair.
Goodness, it's a big contract too.
Oh,
$43 million or something
right?
like that. Yeah, like good for you.
For a professional athlete, though, to know this is my home for the next 7 years must be such a relief.
Yeah, and an investment in the community. It's good for the community too. Well, new footage of Jesse Smollett reporting his alleged attack.
There's a bleach on me. Bleach on me.
What he said before he asked officers to turn off their body cameras.
And more insight into the disappearance of a Utah college student where her Lyft driver dropped her off.
Plus, cloud coverage is rolling in today, and we're talking about a fire weather watch. I'll have details coming up. Welcome back and good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Taking a couple live looks outside. We can see our sun is starting to come up. We're getting a little bit of daylight. Live looks from our Strat Cam and our Mandalay Bay Cam right now. Today it's going to be nice and warm. You're going to need maybe t-shirts today. 79 degrees to start our day. By about lunchtime, we're going to be at 97 degrees. This afternoon, hitting those triple digits. We're looking at a high of about 102 degrees today, and then starting to cool down. So most of the day we're going to be spending in the 90s. Get ready for a warm day today, but actually these temperatures are right where we should be for this time of year. We should be in these lower triple digits. So right on track with our seasonal average. That high of 102 degrees expected in Las Vegas. Some upper 90s popping up today, but mostly those lower 100s. Overton looking at 105 degrees today. Laughlin 107 degrees today. So it's definitely going to be a warm day in store for us. We are talking about some cloud coverage rolling in. So this morning, we're going to start to see some cloud coverage rolling in. Not bringing any major rain chances for us, possibly a raindrop or two squeezed out. But for the most part, just going to make it feel a little bit muggy today. Looking to clear by tomorrow morning, though. Winds will also be picking up with this system rolling through. And so this afternoon is going to be the first day we're going to start to see these gusty winds. And they're going to persist through the next couple of days. So this afternoon, this evening, and then into tomorrow, and then even the next day after that, we're going to see these afternoon winds, sustained winds in that 15 to 20 mile per hour wind range. And then also gusts up to 30, 40 miles per hour. That is prompting this fire weather watch. This technically begins Wednesday, so tomorrow at noon, and then it continues until Thursday at 11 p.m. Fire weather watch is in store for us for Clark County Deserts and our Lake Mead recreation area, so do be aware if any fires start, they will spark and spread faster than usual. Taking a look at the next couple of days, we're going to see these triple digits through about Wednesday. Thursday, Friday looking to get a little bit of relief. Upper 90s are in store. We could still see some 100s popping up, and then the last couple of days of June, we're going to see those 100s again. First day of July, 103 degrees.
Some closures in the spaghetti bowl that you'll want to know about for the next couple days. Overnight tonight, the ramp to get from the 95 South to the 15 South will be closed. So will the ramp to get from the 95 South to the 15 North. So for both of those, you can go ahead and exit MLK, hop onto the 15 North from Washington or the 15 South from Charleston. Also, don't forget that big project on Eastern has started, so you can expect some lane restrictions on weekdays. That'll last for the next couple months.
New information in the search for a missing Utah student who disappeared after taking a Lyft ride. We now know the Lyft driver dropped 23-year-old Mackenzie Lewick off at a park where she was met by an unknown person.
Mackenzie was met at Hatch Park by an individual in a vehicle. The Lyft driver left Mackenzie at the park with that person and stated that Mackenzie did not appear to be in any type of distress.
That is the last anyone has seen or heard from her. Mackenzie landed at the airport in Salt Lake City on June 17th after a family funeral. Police have cleared the driver as a potential suspect. Authorities don't suspect foul play.
Excuse me, a pretrial hearing is scheduled today in the case against Jared Ramos. He's the man accused of fatally shooting 5 people at the Capital Gazette newspaper in Maryland. Ramos has been charged with first-degree murder. His lawyers have filed not guilty and not criminally responsible pleas, which is similar to an insanity defense. Police say that Ramos was found hiding under a desk after the shooting back in June of 2018.
There's a leech on me. Leech on me.
Well, Chicago police released new body camera footage that shows Jesse Smollett reporting his attack back in January. In the video, you can see Smollett with a rope around his neck. He then asked officers to turn off their body cameras. He told police that 2 men beat him, poured a chemical on him, and tied a noose around his neck. Authorities believe that Smollett conspired with the men to stage the attack. Prosecutors indicted him on 16 felony counts, but then later dropped all those charges. Last week, a judge opened the door for a special prosecutor, meaning that Smollett could face some new charges.
President Trump is responding to allegations of sexual assault made by a magazine advice columnist, saying, quote, "She's not my type." In an interview with the website The Hill, Trump added that E. Jean Carroll was, quote, "totally lying," and that it never happened. Carroll claims Trump raped her in a new book that comes out next month. She says it happened in a department store changing room. More than a dozen women accused Trump of sexual misconduct before he became president. He's denied all of their claims. 32 passengers were on a tour bus in the Bahamas when it flipped over. At least 26 were injured.
Yeah, they were all passengers from the Carnival Ecstasy cruise ship. Several victims were airlifted back to the U.S. because their injuries were too serious to treat in the Bahamas. Airport officials tell us 3 of the 4 Americans airlifted to Florida suffered broken bones, internal injuries, and possible paralysis. No official word on the cause of the crash, but Carnival says they have suspended several of these tours now. Well, Illinois is set to become the latest state to legalize recreational marijuana. The governor expected to sign the legislation this morning in Chicago. The law allows for the licensed growth, sale, and consumption of marijuana for adults 21 and over. The bill is slated to go into effect January 1st. Illinois is the 11th state to allow the recreational use of cannabis.
The latest in that missing Connecticut mom case.
Her family speaking exclusively to ABC, responding to claims by her estranged husband that she staged her disappearance.
The family of a missing mother from Connecticut is speaking out.
ABC's Ava Pilgrim tells you that they are denying a theory that she staged her disappearance.
An ABC News exclusive.
There is an incredible, wonderful, brilliant, beautiful person who is missing.
It's been just over a month since the disappearance of Connecticut mom Jennifer DeLose, and now her longtime friend and family spokeswoman is speaking out.
This is not a woman who would ever leave her children. I want to make that perfectly clear to everyone who is watching.
Also this morning, a serious allegation from Jennifer DeLose's estranged husband, Fotis DeLose. His attorney telling ABC News, quote, "We are actively investigating the possibility that this is a Gone Girl type case."
I think that drawing any comparison to a work of fiction does an incredible disservice to the family, and especially to the children.
It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
Well, yesterday we told you about the teen hit by a foul ball at Dodger Stadium.
This morning, Caitlin Salazar is detailing how she blacked out and lost some vision in her eye during the incident.
You know in those movies where when a bomb goes off and you hear an eerie sound and then the scene starts to get fadey and then everyone sounds mumbled? Yeah, like that.
Boy, what a description. Caitlin says she still has some trouble seeing, but her doctors expect her to fully recover within a few weeks. The issue of protective netting has received increased attention in recent years following several high-profile fan injuries. Last night, the Dodgers said they plan to extend the netting past its current location by the 2020 season.
5:23 now. Local firefighter hoping for a low-key day at the ballpark jumps into action to save a man's life. How they are now being honored for their heroism.
You're watching Good Morning Las Vegas. We'll be right back on this Tuesday morning.
Action News. Good Morning Las Vegas.
This morning, pool safety back in the spotlight after 2 Valley children drown in pools. We'll tell you about the free swimming classes for children that are available all summer long.
All of our training has led up to this moment, to see that, and that's incredible.
Yeah, they jumped into action. 3 off-duty firefighters at the right place at the right time. How they were able to bring a man back to life who collapsed outside of an Aviators game.
And a new music festival is coming to the Las Vegas Strip this fall. The big names taking part. And it's going to be outdoors, so it's a good thing it's not happening until the fall.
Yeah, November, because it's warm out there.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I could really feel it. It's so different than the 90s over the weekend.
And so actually today we're looking at a pretty similar high to what we saw yesterday. So if you hated yesterday, you might hate today.
Okay.
Sorry about that. If you loved
Think
yesterday,
positive.
then
it's your jam, right?
What's going on for the rest of the day, Leah?
So it's going to be a pretty nice day today. If we could pull up our graphics. Oh.
There we go.
There we go. All right. So 81 degrees is our current temperature right now. 78 degrees in Henderson. North Las Vegas looking at 70 degrees currently. We see a little bit of sunshine right now. You can take a live look outside from our Valley View camera. A little bit of cloud coverage. That is going to build through today. We're going to start to see cloud coverage rolling on in today. Not bringing any rain chances. Just going to make it feel a little bit more muggy. So by 6 a.m. we're going to be seeing 78 degrees. By noon, 99 degrees. And then we will hit that triple-digit mark, looking at a high of 102 degrees this afternoon, right around 4 p.m. So we're going to see, once again, those clouds building through the day, winds picking up this afternoon as well. So that's something we're going to be watching. So if we take a look at our satellite and radar, we can see that cloud coverage rolling in, taking a closer look. It's going to be building through the day. And with this, these accompanying winds are causing a fire weather watch. I'll have details on that coming up in just a bit.
All right, Leah, well, we are in live drive this morning, heading to the airport, and once we get there, we will get up into Chopper 13. Keep an eye on the roads for you this morning. No major crashes to start out that commute, but I do want to give you a heads up. If you travel to and from Pahrump, there will be blasting today at 11:45 a.m. That'll be on State Route 160 near Mountain Springs. You can expect 2-hour delays in both directions.
Okay, thanks, Marissa. A former Las Vegas fire captain avoids trial and is sentenced to just 5 years years probation for paying a teenager for sex. A judge handing down the sentence to Richard Lowry yesterday. He pleaded no contest to avoid trial. Prosecutors say Lowry found the 15-year-old through an online ad back in 2017. Well, the ad said she was 22. As part of the sentence, Lowry must also register as a sex offender.
Experts shining a light on what you can do to protect your child from drowning after the tragic death of an 8-year-old with autism. Putting locks on gates and doors around pools and teaching your child with autism how to swim could be the key to saving their life. We spoke with a local nonprofit that works to support families who have children with special needs. Experts say the water naturally attracts children with autism.
Our kids are very attracted to water, the sensory feeling that they have in water. Always look at the body of water first because that's where they tend to go.
It's important to know June is when the most child drownings happen. There are several different swim schools that specialize in teaching special needs children. We have a list of them for you on our website, ktnv.com. North Las Vegas police are now releasing information on another child drowning that happened earlier this month. Sadly, investigators say the 9-year-old boy died. He was found in a swimming pool at an apartment complex near MLK in Cheyenne, but he's from Henderson. He was up there at a pool party. His death has been ruled an accident.
Well, to help protect more kids around the valley, the YMCA is offering free swimming classes for children all summer long. This includes a 2-week course called Safety Around Water. Classes are Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. and both the Heinrich and the Durango Hills locations are offering the free classes. We do have more information on our website. Well, several Democratic 2020 candidates have proposed different ways to wipe out student loan debt. But is it really possible? We reached out to UNLV's economic director, who says the plans raised a lot of questions. Professor Miller says the suggested plans don't mention current students racking up debt right now. He also questions the amount that will be paid since most loans, after 6 months, gain interest.
Who's going to pay for the lost revenue? Where's that extra money going to come from? Is it going to come from the state government?
Well, according to Wallet Hub, students from Henderson owe an average $20,000 in loans, while students in Las Vegas owe nearly $17,000. A lot of money. All right, for the first time in its 53-year history, the ACLU is getting involved in the race for the White House.
While more than 24 candidates are competing for the 2020 nomination, the ACLU is launching a campaign of its own. It's called the Rights for All campaign, and it's the organization's attempt to get candidates to take strong stances on issues including immigration, reproductive rights, and justice reform.
In helping to educate the public around all of these issues, but also to engage them directly so that they are working within the community here across the state, here in Nevada, and making sure that those issues are front and center in the conversations that voters will have with the candidates.
Starting today, they'll have an open house to start engaging voters ahead of the 2020 presidential election. The event is from 4 to 7 next to the ACLU Nevada office.
Well, Iran says the diplomatic path between Washington and Tehran is closed, quote, forever. This comes after new sanctions imposed by the Trump administration. The president slapped the new financial restrictions on Iranian leaders yesterday, citing the country's alleged pursuit of nuclear weapons and support of terror. All this comes as tensions between Iran and the U.S. continue to increase following Iran's downing of a U.S. military drone last week. Well, a congressional panel may vote to subpoena White House counselor Kellyanne Conway if she's a no-show for a hearing today. The House Oversight Committee wanted to question her about a federal watchdog report that recommends that she be fired for violating political rules. Well, Conway has dismissed the Hatch Act violation, suggesting that critics are just trying to silence her. President Trump says he won't fire her.
No soap, no showers, older kids caring for youngers. Those were the conditions some migrant kids were being forced to live under at a Border Patrol facility in Clint, Texas. The federal government has now relocated most of those kids. This comes as the White House is threatening to veto a